views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio. What dreams may come. Are you seeking personal guidance? Transformation Talk Radio presents Psychic World with John G. Sutton. One of Britain's top clairvoyants is your spiritual guide. Call in 1-800-930-2819.
Good evening and welcome to Psychic World. I am indeed John G. Sutton, and with me this evening is the incredible Countess Starella. Good evening, Countess.
Hello, dear fans, and welcome to the world of creative expression.
I'm often asked, how can I get in touch with Countess Starella? Do tell us.
You may find the princess, the Countess, at CountessStarella.com or Rainham.com, where I spend many days and evenings entertaining you in a very lovely and adorable fashion.
Yes, I have seen your room, and you wear very elaborate outfits. I went in once, and you'd got purple hair. I think what colour is it today? Is it polka dots?
Tonight it is lime and purple feathers with a bright kimono and a feather jeweled neck piece.
Goodness me, you're changing species.
I'm creating a species. You are right. I'm creating a new one. Look out, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I mean, she dresses in all sorts of strange stuff, doesn't she? Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah. I mean, I must say, I think she's an act. I'm not sure that she's a singer. I don't know. I've never heard her music. Talking about music, this evening we're going to sing a song later on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had some feedback from our songs, and people say how much they enjoy hearing Countess Starella sing. Some people have even said they like hearing my noise. It's not singing, but I'll do my best this evening. But that's for later in the show. What we'd like you to do is to call in and share your evening with us. Share your problems if you've got them. Don't worry, this is a difficult world, but we can get through it, yeah? The show's all about you. Make that call, 800-930-2819. Or you can call 401-322-9091. And if people, you want to speak to me directly in private, if you don't want everybody to hear what's going on in your life, which it will on the radio, you can speak to me direct by psychicworld.net. That's on the internet. There's a facility there. You can send me a message. You can send me a contact. You send it to John at psychicworld.net. That's my email address. Or you can just Google me and have a look, see who hell is John G. Sutton. Or look me up on Amazon. There's loads of my books out there, records, material that I produce, poetry, and I'd be delighted to hear from you. We're going to talk a little bit this evening about paranormal pets, are we not, Countess?
Ooh, this is so exciting because we love animals.
Yep. We're Paranormal Pets. It's a book. It's a compilation book that I've created out of two of my books, one of them being Psychic Pets, which was published in the USA by Scholastic and a company called Beyond Words, and also in the UK by Bloomsbury, the people that did Harry Potter. You'll all have heard of Bloomsbury Books. I was there with the editor of Harry Potter, actually, and indeed J.K. Rowling. But we're going to talk a little bit about paranormal pets. So people say to me, well, what are paranormal pets? What are psychic pets? What is all this about? Well, it's the same for pets as it is for us. The telepathic communication between this species, the human species, and the animal kingdom exists, yeah? The communication of thoughts to people or indeed animals using only the mind. See, telepathic communication does not rely on the normal 5 senses of touch, taste, hearing, sight, and smell. It's something completely unique to that, and it appears as an image in the mind or as a message, yeah? Also, we've got clairvoyance, or some people call that psychic sight, which is perceiving something by visualization, forming a thought or a picture in your mind. And this psychic power exists once again beyond the 5 accepted senses. I also hear myself, and that's called clairaudience. That's the ability to hear voices conveying information without any use of the accepted senses. So the voices would either appear as a direct voice. Now, a direct voice is when I actually hear this, and other people in the vicinity will hear this. Have you experienced that, Countess?
Yes, I have, and it is truly a confirmation, John, of how much of the mind is asleep. And all we have to do is gently awaken it, and many of these powers will come drifting in and will bring us such comfort and understanding.
Absolutely, comfort and understanding through the use of developing your mind into a psychic instrument. I personally use meditation. It's taken me many years to do that. Of course, I could always access the psychic channel, but it was completely and utterly natural with me. But to tune it in, I actually believe it's like being able to play the piano. If you don't practice, you're not going to be absolutely brilliant. I mean, I could practice the piano for the next 30 years, but I'm never going to be Paderewski. But with my special gift, which is the psychic side, and writing, by the way, then by using meditation, I've opened and developed that channel. Do you use meditation yourself, Countess?
I do. I use meditation, I use music, and I use nature. And let us just at this moment, you've reminded me, to encourage all of our listeners to find their very special gifts, whether it's from the metaphysical or what we know as the real world. Find your gifts and go after the things that make you feel happy and enthusiastic about life. Do these things.
Absolutely. I mean, as a writer, I get asked by people, how do I do? What do I write about? How do I do this? Always the advice should be only write about what you know and what excites you. Yeah.
Yes.
If somebody asked me to write a mathematical theorem, I might very well be a brilliant writer. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. I have no knowledge of that. It is not my subject. If you stick with your subject, with me, my subject is psychic matters and, of course, humanity and poetry. Those are my strong subjects. I stick to them. I write with them, and people enjoy that. And I know that it's good. When you're writing yourself, you get the feeling for it. Do you get the feeling for that?
It starts to flow. It just flows almost as though it's coming from somewhere else besides just us.
Well, absolutely. I know that it's coming from somewhere else. It is coming from an inspired source. We've discussed this on an earlier program. We're talking about paranormal pets. And do pets experience this same thing? Well, one of the psychic gifts that people have is precognition. That's the gaining of information or knowledge relating to forthcoming events without the use of reasoning. So you just absolutely know that something is going to happen. Winston Churchill had a pet dog, and he was getting out of 10 Downing Street into his car, and the dog pushed him. He used to sit behind the passenger seat, but the dog pushed him, got into the car and pushed him over to the other side, kept nudging him. So Winston Churchill sat behind the driver. During the journey, the car was sideswiped by another vehicle, and the side that the dog was sat on behind the passenger seat was very severely, badly damaged. Had Winston Churchill been sat there, he would have received a tremendous belt. So did that dog have a precognitive vision that that part of the car was going to be damaged? I suppose we'll never know. In my book, Psychic Pets, I tell the story of one of the things is about a cat called Cuddles that belonged to a lady called Dee Dee Summerskills in the Western Australian town of Kalamunda. And were it not for her cat, a life might very well have ended many years ago, because it was late on the evening in September 1978 when Dee Dee was to get married the next day, and the excitement of preparing for her wedding had completely tired her out. So she went home to her parents' house and went to bed, thinking only to get up tomorrow morning and go through a wedding and have a wonderful time. And when she opened her bedroom door, her pet cat Cuddles was on the bed, which was very unusual because Cuddles always slept downstairs, but the cat wouldn't leave her. At 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the cat woke up Dee Dee by licking and stroking and scratching at her face. And it was a good job she did, because the electric blanket that Dee Dee had on the bed was actually catching fire. And if the cat had not been there, then there would have been no wedding, and Dee Dee Summerskills would have been gone. Cuddles the cat must have had a precognitive vision that she was going to be needed. So that was a cat that actually had seen something just very much like Winston Churchill's dog. Amazing. And we're going to be back after the break, Countess, and you're going to tell us a little bit about an amazing experience you had in Moscow some years ago, yes?
Yes.
We'll be back.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com. That's THEDRPatShow.com for listening times in your area.
Laura Longley is on a mission to remove stuckness from your life for good and replace it with happiness. Tune in Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com for The Laura Longley Show, where authentic change takes flight. Say yes to that inspired you and goodbye to your stuckness as Laura and her guests deliver powerful ways to work through common problems in this fun and unique hit show.
Good evening and welcome back to Psychic World. This is John G. Sutton, and with me is the amazing Countess Starella. Before the break, we're talking a little bit about psychic pets, and of course I recounted the story from my book, Psychic Pets, which is reprinted, by the way. You can get a copy of that. It's called Paranormal Pets. It contains 2 books. It's Animals Make You Feel Better, which was published by Element Penguin in America, and Psychic Pets, which was published by Scholastic and Beyond Words in America. And you can get that on Amazon, or you can have a look on my website, which is psychicworld.net, and there's details about the book there, if you'll like to have a look. Countess Starella, you're going to tell me a little bit about an experience you had in Moscow, yes?
Yes, you know, I've always been attracted to animals since childhood, since both grandmothers raised myriad of unusual pets. We had monkeys and birds of every description. And when I was in Moscow with my husband, the Count, God rest his soul, dear heart, who also loved them, we were staying in a big hotel. I think it was called Hotel Metropole. And in the night, around 3 a.m, I started to hear what sounded like a wolf howl. So I jumped up, I looked around, looked out the window, and in the moonlight, in the snowy moonlight, was a beautiful, huge black wolf with golden eyes, which began to communicate and said that she was many hundreds of years old and gave me some advice that I have never forgotten, that each generation, each group of humans finds life on Earth somewhat confusing and challenging, but that with help from the spirit guides, the spirit world, even from their pets and animals, one can learn how to cope with this life. All right, so I'm pondering this information, freezing, looking out the window, and imagining how lucky we are to be on this planet with animals. And I have heard many similar stories of people hearing a kind of voice or communication from pets. My grandmothers both knew it, and I think the grandfathers too were acutely aware of it. What a fascinating experience. Something that has stayed with me forever and has confirmed my belief that the animals are here to guide us, to help us, and to make us laugh.
Well, that's very, very, very touching story there, Countess. Countess, I know it's a special subject that's very close to your heart, but we've got people calling in. That's very good. Don't forget, folks, if you want to call in, the number is 800-930-2819. Can I please speak to Lulu?
Hi, this is Lulu.
Hello, Lulu. You're sounding well.
Well, I feel great. I love y'all's show. I listen to you every week. I think y'all are fabulous, and I've always been shy about calling, but I've been wanting to find out what your psychic feeling is. I've been a kindergarten teacher, and I always sing to my kids, and I love to sing, but I never did it any kind of professionally or anything. I live here in Atlanta, and I mean, I'm not thinking about getting famous or anything. I'd like to sing in my church, but I'm kind of shy, and I try to pursue this.
Yeah. Have you got your speakers on?
No, I don't.
All right, okay. I just wondered if you got your speakers on because we were getting a little bit of feedback there. Lulu, let me tell you this, yeah? I think you're going to do something with your school children. I think by the time we get to the end of this year, you're going to work on a special song, and you also write music a little bit, don't you?
You're exactly right, I do.
Uh-huh. Very psychic, me. I'm telling you, you write a little bit of music. You're going to write it. We get some interference from outer space here, Lulu.
What is that?
I don't know. It's not me. Lulu, can you hear me okay?
Well, I can hear you fine, John, and you're right on with what you're saying, and I don't know.
Yeah, but you're going to use your skills. You're going to write a special song, and it's going to be recorded for Christmas at your school. Do you know a place in Atlanta called East Point?
Well, I'm a little familiar with it, yeah.
I think there's going to be some trip to East Point. Don't quite know what is East Point or that area, but there's going to be some reason for you going there. That's very productive as well. It will come to you in time, yeah?
You are so right, because we were going to do a field trip, and that was one of the places that we were all going to go.
Well, you are going to go there, and let me tell you this, one of the specialities that you're going to do in the fullness of time, and your children will never forget this when you do it, is when you go somewhere, you're going to invent a little song about where you go.
I always do that.
Have you been thinking about this? You have, because you strum the guitar, don't you?
A little bit, but I wouldn't call myself fabulous. I can't play like Miss Starella. I mean, she's so good.
We know that, but you don't have to play perfectly. All you need to do is strum. I mean, I strum the guitar. I can get an E chord. I can play it in E major. But as long as you get a few chords, that's enough. And you just strum a little song and sing to your children. The children are not going to be critical. They're going to love the idea that you join in and the fact that you can allow them to actually be creative. Because if you get them to write it with you, you're giving them something very special. You're giving them a belief in in themselves that they can be creative too, and that's a brilliant gift that they'll take forever forward. Lulu, would you like to have a quick word with my friend Countess?
Oh, sure, but what you told me was fabulous, and I love it, and I will tell you, they are never critical. You are so right.
Countess.
Well, my dear, we are so happy to see someone in pursuit of their dreams, and people rise to different levels of accomplishment, achievement. You've already done some remarkable things influencing children, and I have a feeling you'll be doing some traveling connected to that as well. And I believe there is a talent here that may have been in the family that has just been a little bit quiet or dormant, that needs to be revived. There is a childlike enthusiasm that comes from this musical talent. And what kinds of music are you really loving to sing? You wouldn't want to sing us a few bars, would you?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of shy. But all I know is I did love y'all's song with Billie Holiday, and I love all her music. I don't know. I'm kind of shy. I don't know if I want to sing now, but I sure would love to hear you sing.
Shall we let her sing a few notes?
No, don't put the pressure on. It's very nice of you to offer to sing for us, Lulu, but I'm sure that you will sing in public. But you are singing in public to your beautiful school children, and you are inspiring them, and that's the way forward. Just let me tell you this, yeah? You wanted to visit another country, don't you, Lulu?
I do. I want to go to Malaysia.
Yeah, I can see you. Have you been speaking to people in Kuala Lumpur over the internet?
I have. I was there once, and I have been speaking to people in Kuala Lumpur, but that's not my main destination, but that's where you have to fly in, and I was there.
Yeah, but you have been speaking to people in Kuala Lumpur. How about that then, eh? You can't guess that. Yeah, you will be speaking to Kuala Lumpur, and they will welcome you. They also eat special kind of spicy foods in Malaysia, do they not?
They do, and I do love spicy food.
Well, you are going to love that. You will fly, and don't worry about this missing plane. It's just one of them things. People say, "Where is the plane gone?" If you've ever seen the Indian Ocean, it is absolutely vast. You wouldn't ask where the plane gone. You'd take one look at that and say, "Yeah, it'd be down there somewhere." It's 3,000 meters deep.
Oh my God!
It's incredible.
But you really are psychic, because nobody else would know what you just said. I mean, my God.
Well, they wouldn't know, would they? But you're a lovely lady, and you are going to succeed in this life. You've got the job that you need. You're working with the children that love you a great deal. And is there a girl called Marianne or Marianne?
Well, her name is Loriana.
Loriana,
was
yeah,
a
it was
friend
something
I
like
made.
Anna,
Loriana.
yeah. Yeah, does this girl, is this girl connected to you in some way?
She is really one of my best friends, and I did meet her in Malaysia. It wasn't Kuala Lumpur, but it was in Malaysia.
In Malaysia, yeah. Whoever this girl, this lady is, yeah, she's going to help you in some way, and she's very, very much enthusiastic about what you do and about having you as a friend. But this lady called Anna, yeah, that's very good. Right. Yeah, she will help you a great deal. You go to Malaysia, I do feel you will go to Kuala Lumpur. You might not stay in Kuala Lumpur, but you will definitely fly into Kuala Lumpur. You're speaking on the internet. Have you also established a Skype connection with this lady?
Not yet. No, we're just friends, and she doesn't have much of a signal there, so. We don't do I don't think Skype is possible there where she is. She lives in a very remote area.
Yeah, you will be speaking to her before you go. Believe me, before you go, but you will go, and I feel that you'll go later this year. Lulu, we're coming towards the end of this. Thank you very much for calling in. Do take my advice. Use your skills. Get the children singing. Record them for the places that you go. Write a little rhyming ditty, and do call in again and tell me that you've recorded it, and perhaps sing us a little verse then. You'll be getting ready for that. Lulu, you've been a wonderful guest. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. All right, Countess, we're going to take a break.
Okie doke.
Thank you for listening to Transformation Talk Radio. Like us on Facebook/Transformation Radio Network. Tweet and follow us at TransformNet. Visit us at www.transformationtalkradio.com and find us on Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, spiritualnetworks.com, Flickr, Tumblr, and Spreaker. Just search for Transformation Talk Radio. Please stay tuned at the top of the hour.
Tired of traditional talk? People pontificating about this or that, the left or the right. Sometimes the truth is just all lost in the noise. Tune in each week to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher on TransformationTalkRadio.com, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, as nationally known guests talk about what's important to you, your life, your concerns, and your success. Tune in and turn on to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher. Visit ChuckGallagher.com for more information.
You are listening to Transformation Talk Radio, the home of some of the world's most inspiring talk radio hosts. Please stay tuned at the top of the hour. We will be bringing you another amazing, educational, and inspiring show to get you on the path to transforming your life. For more information about us, please visit our website, www.transformationtalkradio.com. That's www.transformationtalkradio.com.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Tune in Thursdays at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern to Spirit Guidance Radio with Shannon Walbrand on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show with South Africa's top psychic will amaze and uplift you. Call in to receive detailed, specific answers that offer immediate solutions as Shannon interprets messages from your spirit guides. Whether it's love, business, or health, your spirit guides are ready to help. Visit ShannonWalbrand.com for more info. You are guided.
Grateful patients have been saying it for 25 years. When in pain, see Dr. Thane. Dr. Thane of Wellness One of Bellevue has been named one of the nation's top chiropractors by the Consumers Research Council of America, and for good reason. He has helped his patients recover their energy and vitality after car accidents, sports injuries, herniated discs, fatigue due to stress, the list goes on. The website is bellevue.wellness1.net. When in pain, see Dr. Thane. That's bellevue.wellness1.net.
Good evening and welcome back to Psychic World. This is John G. Sutton, and with me is the amazing Countess Starella. Welcome back, Countess.
Welcome, welcome, dear friends and fans, and we are very happy to have you with us this magical night.
We are indeed. We've got lots of people waiting to speak to us, Countess, but before we do that, just tell us a little bit about how people can see Countess Starella on Aranum.com.
Well, they can put their antennas up from their head, if they have them, or they can go to CountessStarella.com or the wonderful world of Oranum, where they can actually see the Countess live in all her resplendent glory.
Live in action. I've seen that. It's hilarious, ladies and gentlemen, and also very informative because Countess Starella is an amazing psychic. You can contact me at my website, psychicworld.net. You can send me an email, john@psychicworld.net. Just pop on there. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a caller. Can I speak to Michelle, please?
Good evening, John and Starella.
Hello, Michelle. Michelle, before we go any further, there's been a lot of complications concerning a gentleman with you. This is complications that have been to a certain extent outside his control. I don't feel that he's deliberately creating problems in his ability to get to you. I think that a certain degree of bad luck has put him off the road. Am I right?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I feel that's the case. Yeah, that he hasn't been quite there to actually get there, but he is coming, and I do feel that he is coming back into your life in a very strong, powerful way. Although he's been, to a certain extent, his confidence has been undermined, and I do feel that his confidence has been undermined by a third party. Does that make some sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Right, well, as I say, it's not you that's undermined his confidence. You've been trying to build it up. You've been trying to get him back on track. You've been trying to put him in the right direction. And to a certain extent, he's been pushed, shoved, bullied, intimidated, and tricked into going down a wrong path. But you're getting him back on the right path. Countess Starella.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Countess.
Keep your courage. Keep your sense of balance. Imagine and visualize what you would most ideally like. You have a great power to influence your own destiny, just with your own presence of mind and optimism. Do you feel confident and optimistic here, Michelle?
I haven't been feeling that as of late.
Well, let's fix that right now. Let's just infuse you with this feeling as though things can and will improve. We will help you. We will lift you up so that you can get to that space of confidence.
You've had certain problems of communication with this man. Is that correct?
A little.
Yeah, I think you've got to be... It's coming time now, Michelle, where you've got to be, what I would say, is quite firm about this.
I actually have. I spoke with him today. There is some things...
There's something wrong with, there's something. You spoke to him today, and you've told him that it's time to get a grip. Yeah.
Yeah, that other parties. I've gotten some communication from her that's say a little bit dark.
Well, you're dealing with negative energy there, but you're a strong lady. Believe me, you've got all the power you need to deal with that. Just put her correct in her correct place, yeah, which is interfering with. This is your soulmate, and she's interfering with that. You believe that absolutely, don't you?
Yes, and when we had spoke, I basically have told him it's time to extricate himself from the situation, because this woman is really no good. And when I say dark, I mean she's like into the dark arts.
Well, I mean, there is something malevolent about the lady. And as I said, I feel that she has tricked, bullied, abused, and used your man for her own ends. And she did so knowing fine well that he was in a committed relationship before she got involved. Tell me I'm right.
Yes.
Right. So you've advised her that she is a wicked piece of... and that she will receive a comeuppance in due course, not from you, because there is to be no retribution in this world, but she will eventually find herself on the wrong side of her decisions. And that is something that people learn by, that they call it karma. I don't like the idea of instant karma, in which we inflict justice upon people, which we may decide is justice, but which in the eyes of the divine may be something different. So allow justice to be dealt with in the world beyond, and in the meantime use your positive energy, because you are a source of very positive energy, to guide your man and put him back in the right place where he needs to be, and that is beside you. As I said at the start, there's some communication, some travel problems that he's had. Has he had his car corrected?
He is getting that.
Right, because there's been problems there, but he will come to you, and I do feel it's within the next few days, and he has been very upset, emotional. Tell me I'm right?
Yes, he has.
Michelle, you're a very emotional person yourself, and this has put you to a great deal of stress, but I know that you're going to get there. Countess, do you want a quick final word with our brilliant guest here, Michelle?
Yes, my dear Michelle, walk in the light, walk in joy, be your true self, and feel the magical power to create what you most want. You can do it.
All right, Michelle.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling in. We will speak soon. And be very firm with this man. You tell him there's no more messing about here. He has got to decide that this is happening because you've already decided. Will you stick with that decision?
Yes.
Thank you very much for calling in, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Countess.
Yes, my dear.
I'd like to sing you a song.
You gonna sing me a song? Or let me prepare myself. Just give me one tiny moment here to get organized.
Yeah, this is a song. This is a song by a man who actually set out to be a poet, and he had no inclination at all of being a singer. But he found that when his words were put to music, that people liked them a great deal, and that when he was just reading them as straight poetry, people were not all that impressed. But when you listen to his songs, they are poetry. And I'm going to sing you now a song by the great Leonard Cohen, yeah? And I'm going to sing it in the style of Leonard Cohen. That would be Lenny Cohen, the singing jeweler from Manhattan. Great watches, but not a great voice. This is Suzanne, and I'm going to do my very best here, yeah? Are you ready, Countess?
I'm ready.
You're going to hit me with a key, are you? All right, here we go. Ready? Suzanne takes you down to a place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. You spend the night beside her, and you know that she's half crazy, but that's why you want to be there.
And she feeds you tea and oranges. They come all the way from China. And just when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, she gets you on her wavelength, and she lets the river answer that you've always been a lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind. And you know that she will trust you, for you've touched her perfect body with your mind.
And Jesus was a sailor when he walked upon the water, and he spent a long time watching from his lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowning men could see him, he said, all men will be sailors then, until the sea shall free them.
But he himself was broken long before the sky would open, forsaken, almost human, and he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. And you want to travel with him, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust him, for he's touched your perfect body with his mind.
For he's touched your perfect body with his mind. Suzanne, you were absolutely brilliant. And once again, folks, I was rubbish, but we'll be back.
What if the world doesn't function the way we've been told? What if we truly can bend the laws of physical reality? What if we can end limitation? What if weird were the coolest thing you could be? And what if it's time for a totally different reality? Are you ready to create it? Are you ready to dream as big as you dare? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything in my life changed for me. This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Gandhi, Galileo, and Aristotle all knew to be true. It's not about the answer. It's about being the question, always. It's about truly being you, whatever that looks like, and changing this world. Is now the time? Start by signing up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. That's beingyouclass.com. What if you are the gift and the change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
There's a great hunger in this world for new lines of thought, because everywhere you look, they say that joy can just be bought. So please come and set aside some time to relax from frenetic. Transform your life. It takes a while, but results are magnetic. We aim to grasp the best in life and track the ways we grew. The how, the why, the what, wherefore, all this we share and do. But every now and then, we hope that you will share right back. Transformation Talk Radio wants you to hop on track. So calling all hosts, tall and small, of every size and hue, there's nobody we'd rather have to tell your tale than you. And if you have a tale to tell of how your life is changing, we'd love to hear you on the line. Say how you're rearranging. So run, don't walk, to call us now. We'll set you up and show you how.
Hi, this is Dr. Pat. Join our radio family. Send us an email, host@transformationtalkradio.com, or call 1-800-930-2819. Host your own show. Let us help you bring your voice to the world.
Psychic World, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, with John G. Sutton, featuring his special guest, Countess Starella, one of Britain's most respected psychic mediums. John is an internationally published author, poet, and professional clairvoyant. His best-selling books include Psychic Pets, featured with John on the Walt Disney Channel, Animal Planet. Currently, John is the feature editor of the monthly Psychic World, which is the UK's Journal of Spiritualism. He has over 30 years of experience working in the field of paranormal studies. Countess Starella has an incredible ability to visualize your future in a positive, passionate way. This show offers all listeners the chance to call in and speak directly to John or the amazing Countess Starella. You can ask your personal questions about love, career, money, relationships, or whatever is troubling you in this often difficult life. What dreams may come? Join John G. Sutton and Countess Starella to discover your answer. See www.psychicworld.net.
Good evening and welcome back to Psychic World. I am John G. Sutton, and with me is the amazing Countess Starella. Countess.
Hello, everyone, and what a fun and fascinating evening we're having, aren't we, John?
We are indeed. I like the way you did Suzanne. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, I like that song. I've always liked Leonard Cohen as a poet and as a singer and as a writer, of course. We've got a call coming now. Could I speak to Janet, please? Hello, Janet. This is John here. Thank you very much for calling in. You're calling in from Canada. You've had plenty of snow this year, haven't you?
We have, yeah.
Yeah, you've had more snow than New York, although New York wouldn't admit it, yeah. So, Janet, you've got one or two questions that you want to ask, yeah? But I feel one of the questions is about your love life. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this year is the year that you make the breakthrough, yeah? This year is the year that you are actually going to find that it all works. This is the time when you're going to see that the man was... has he been a little bit quiet lately?
Yeah, we've separated.
Yeah. He's been a little bit quiet. Could you speak a little bit closer to the telephone, please? I can't quite hear you, yeah?
Yes, we separated in November. I've been living by myself.
I know that, as I say, he's been a little bit quiet, but this is the year that you managed to get it all back together again, because you want to put this back together, don't you?
I'm torn.
Well, you've got to make your mind up. Yeah, I feel that he is also in that situation. Hence, he's being quiet and thinking about it. I keep hearing this name in the spirit world. Do you know the name of Charles or Charlie? Do you know that name, Janet?
No, I I'm trying to think of someone. Nothing comes to me right off the top of my head.
Charles or Charlie, and whoever this Charlie was, he had a motorbike, a great big motorbike. It might go back to the 1960s, 1970s, around about the time of your father. But asking your family, because whoever this Charlie is, he's quite adamant that he should be known, yeah? Because he showed me his motorbike and said people knew him for this motorbike. Charles or Charlie, your partner is being a little bit overcautious here, and he doesn't seem ready to take a chance. And you say it's been November, so it's been about 6 months. But I do feel that there is a meeting directly ahead with this man. And do you have reasons to go into Ontario?
I have an uncle, my father's brother, who's aging. He lives there, and his daughter.
Do they live just outside Toronto?
Yeah, about an hour north. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's just outside Toronto. Yeah, but I do feel that you will be visiting Ontario and Toronto, and also I hear a thing about Quebec. Do you know a place called Quebec?
Yeah.
What has Quebec got to do with you? Because there's going to be a visit to Quebec as well. But you'll visit these people in Ontario. I feel that will be a happy visit. And when you go to visit Ontario, mention the name Charles or Charlie, yeah? Because I'm sure that they will know it. And also, if you go back on your father's side, are there any connections to England?
Yes, yeah. Last name is Mackey.
Pardon?
My father's last name was Mackey.
Mackey, yeah, from England, yeah?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's okay. I know that there's connections with England. You will put your love life back together again. Just have a quick word with my friend, the amazing Countess.
Hello, my dear. During this time of separation, seriously look at what is important to you and whether or not the sacrifices that occur in this relationship are really worth it. I think right now you need a downtime, a relaxation time, a put myself first time before you could even consider really pushing this thing forward. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Put yourself as the top priority and embrace life and carefully reconsider what happened before you decide what to do with this situation. I wish you good luck, dear. I'm so glad you called us tonight.
Thank you.
Right, thanks for that insight, Countess. Yeah, Janet, I know that deep in your heart you still have affection for this man. You do, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So take this period of time to actually consider this. And also you should be reading. Have you been doing a lot of reading lately?
Yes.
I feel you're doing a lot of reading, so there's a great deal of escaping, yeah, from the mundanity of this life, and you've got to do that. But you've got to allow this man to make the move. It mustn't be you that makes the move, Janet. It's got to be this man that makes the move, and I do feel that he will make that move. Has he been having some difficulty with his work that you know, Janet?
Pressures, yeah. He's retired and then has taken on a part-time job. But
yeah, there's something to do with this job, yeah, that's getting him down. There's lots of things. It's not just the relationship with you that seems to have gone wrong. Lots of little niggly things seem to have gone wrong in his life. So believe me, Janet, it isn't you. I feel that there is a real chance to get this back together again, and I don't think that you're going to go to Ontario and visit the relatives on your own. I feel that this man will be with you, and I do feel that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Say your prayers, believe in yourself, and believe in this man's ability to put this right. Thank you very much for calling in this evening, Janet.
Bye, dear.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Janet, and she lives in Canada. As I said, I feel that there's a spirit there called Charlie that's going to be with her when she goes and visits her relations in Ontario, as I said. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us this evening. We'll be here next week, of course, and we'd like you to join in. Do make a note of this number. I'm going to give you this number now. Ring in next week. I'll be here. I am John G. Sutton. And the number to call is 800-930-2819. You can get the amazing Countess Starella direct. You'll be able to speak to Countess Starella direct on aranum.com, where she's got a chat room there. Just type her name in, Countess Starella, or you can see myself, John G. Sutton. You can send me an email, john@psychicworld.net. And I will, of course, do my very best to respond, which I always do. Or you can just have a look round my website. This evening we've been talking a little bit about Paranormal Pets, which is one of my books. It's a compilation book. It's available on Amazon.com. You can get a copy there. I think it's about $3. Or you can have a look on my website. There's a link there, and you can sign up and get a free copy, I believe. Or I think that TransformationTalkRadio.com and Dr. Pat are actually offering a free copy. So have a look at TransformationTalkRadio.com at the website. Countess, you've been great fun this evening.
Thank you, John. I really enjoyed it as always. Blessings to all our listeners.
And from me too. We will be back next week. My name's John G. Sutton. That's the incredible Countess. We'll see you next week.
Laura Longley is on a mission to remove stuckness from your life for good and replace it with happiness. Tune in Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com for The Laura Longley Show, where authentic change takes flight. Say yes to that inspired you and goodbye to your stuckness as Laura and her guests deliver powerful ways to work through common problems in this fun and unique hit show.
Introducing a new hit show, Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fontaine on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Get ready to stir up your passions, remove your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Gifted, shifted, and powerful is what this show is about. Tune in each month to Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fontaine. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com for show dates and times, and LeslieFontaine.com to say yes to explosive abundance.
Tune in each Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Eastern Time on Transformation Talk Radio to Limelight Radio with Katina Makris. This is an inspirational, cutting-edge radio show educating worldwide listeners on a diversity of Lyme disease-related topics. Each week, Katina will interview some of the world's leaders in health, wellness, spirituality, and human potential. For more information, visit limelightradio.com.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
Having trouble keeping up with the accelerated, life-altering changes occurring on the planet? The quantum vortex is the brainchild of Meg Benedicte, a pioneer in quantum healing and energetic activations. Weaving together ancient spiritual knowledge, quantum physics, and vibrational healing, Meg Benedicte is accelerating change at the cellular level. For more details on private sessions, meditation CDs, downloads, and teleseminars, visit newearthcentral.com.
What would you do if you knew that you could not fail? The Dr. Pat Show with Dr. Pat Basile is a radio forum for some of the world's most influential people in the fields of health, wellness, and human potential. Dr. Pat brings together and introduces visionary scientists and futurists, environmentalists, educators, business leaders, inventors, filmmakers, authors, artists, mystics, and healers who inspire and support individual and collective growth and positive cultural shifts. This award-winning radio show empowers the listening community to be the change they want to see in the world. Tune in to the Voice America Empowerment Channel every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern for the Dr. Pat Show with Dr. Pat Basile. Radio to thrive by.
Tune in to Intuit University, compassionate guidance connecting you to your inner wisdom with internationally renowned psychic and medium Sherry Dillard, the second and fourth Thursday each month at 12 p.m. Pacific Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Get ready for an hour of practical spirituality and a fun and magic carpet ride into the spirit realm. This hit show is a combination of call-in readings and intuitive mentoring as Sherry supports and empowers you to create your best life in relationships, career, finances, life purpose, and spirituality. For more information, visit sherrydillard.com.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthisfunny.com.
Get inspired. Create the life you desire with internationally known radio host and motivational speaker Sue London. Sue inspires millions of people to overcome difficult or traumatic situations in their lives. People feel hope, courage, and are ready to move forward after hearing Sue speak. Book motivational speaker Sue London for your next event at AskSueLondon.com. That's AskSueLondon.com.
Get insider knowledge about everything that is going on at Transformation Talk Radio. Go to TransformationTalkRadio.com and enter your email to receive our newsletter. Stay updated on new hosts, inspiring guests, and good news articles from around the world. We look forward to having you join our community.
Thank you for listening to Transformation Talk Radio. Like us on Facebook /Transformation Radio Network. Tweet and follow us at TransformNet. Visit us at www.transformationtalkradio.com and find us on Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, spiritualnetworks.com, Flickr, Tumblr, and Spreaker. Just search for Transformation Talk Radio. Please stay tuned at the top of the hour.
Tired of traditional talk? People pontificating about this or that, the left or the right. Sometimes the truth is just all lost in the noise. Tune in each week to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, as nationally known guests talk about what's important to you, your life, your concerns, and your success. Tune in and turn on to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher. Visit ChuckGallagher.com for more information.
You are listening to Transformation Talk Radio, the home of some of the world's most inspiring talk radio hosts. Please stay tuned at the top of the hour. We will be bringing you another amazing, educational, and inspiring show to get you on the path to transforming your life. For more information about us, please visit our website, www.transformationtalkradio.com. That's www.transformationtalkradio.com.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Tune in Thursdays at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern to Spirit Guidance Radio with Shannon Walbrand on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show with South Africa's top psychic will amaze and uplift you. Call in to receive detailed, specific answers that offer immediate solutions as Shannon interprets messages from your spirit guides. Whether it's love, business, or health, your spirit guides are ready to help. Visit ShannonWalbrand.com for more info. You are guided.
Grateful patients have been saying it for 25 years. When in pain, see Dr. Thane. Dr. Thane of Wellness One of Bellevue has been named one of the nation's top chiropractors by the Consumers Research Council of America, and for good reason. He has helped his patients recover their energy and vitality after car accidents, sports injuries, herniated discs, fatigue due to stress, the list goes on. The website is bellevue.wellness1.net. When in pain, see Dr. Thane. That's bellevue.wellness1.net.